Good evening. Last time, we looked at some of the major progress in my recovery, from getting out of the wheelchair to finally walking out of the Shepherd Center on my own 2 feet. Today, though, we take a look at a major portion of my journey, one that led me back to my home state and a group of people who would prove pivotal in getting me back to where I needed to be. With my initial stay as an inpatient and outpatient at the Shepherd Center coming to an end, and a return not possible for nearly 2 months, my parents and I needed options, and needless to say, trying to stay in Georgia would do us no favors.
We said to you we would be better served being in our own house, where we have enough room for everybody. We would make everything work for you.
This would ultimately lead us back to New Jersey, and to a place that would be just as vital as the Shepherd Center was in my journey. Project Walk in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. A paralysis recovery center that had the benefit of not needing to go through insurance in order to receive physical therapy.
We are basically the next step after insurance releases you from traditional rehab program. And we go the next step.
It's there that I would meet many of the people who would work closely with me over the course of the next year and a half, from November of 2021 all the way to March of 2023. And it immediately earned an affectionate nickname from me from that first evaluation session.
There was a certain nickname that I had for Project Walk, probably as soon as about the end of my first week there. Project Beatdown.
Oh yes, the infamous Project Beatdown.
And a beatdown it was. 3 times a week, nearly every week for that time frame, I was getting pushed to my limit with the goal at first of simply getting out of the wheelchair for good.
I believe that you were the one who gave meaning to the term Project Beatdown, because even though I was there, facilitating all your, workouts and putting you through a program, you were the one who had to show up and give it your all, and you gave it 110% every single time.
And while I had continued to make progress throughout the year, I would be met with one large setback.
Unfortunately, with whatever was going on, with whatever went on in therapy, at one point you ended up with the beginnings of a stress fracture in your foot, which kind of took you out of therapy for a short period of time.
I had effectively been put back in the wheelchair, and my recovery was forced to be on hold for nearly a month as I could hardly stand up.
I was just trying to think what we can do so you don't regress, so you don't fall back. Even though you had that setback, what can we do for your core? What can we do for your shoulders, posture? How can we continue you improving your overall body and fitness without kind of going back with that setback you had from the ankle?
It's thanks to working on those other parts that I didn't lose focus of my ultimate goal to be able to be on my own again. And once I was finally able to bear weight through that foot, progress would continue throughout the year, with each time becoming more of a challenge.
Watching you constantly push yourself, even when I saw it in your face every now and then, you're like, man, this is tough, or man, I'm getting a little tired here. You push through. You knew your limits, but you pushed past your limits every single time.
And by the time I left in March of 2023, I had a group of people who had seen me through the worst of my life that I could call a second family. And with my recovery nearly complete, there was one last thing to do before I resumed my life. And we'll conclude the documentary on the road to recovery right here tomorrow, only on CBS 44, South Georgia.